right? So we'll study the first keyword in ER model, entity sets, right? So entity set is a set of entities of the same type that share the same properties, right? So entity set is a collection of entities of the same type that share the same properties. For example, a set of all persons, a set of all students, companies, trees, holidays, it's known as entity set, right? Whereas you all know that entity is an object of interest in a system that exists and it is distinguishable from other objects. So for example, a person, student, company, an event, a plant is an entity. An entity is represented by a set of attributes, right? So attributes are the descriptive properties possessed by all the members of an entity set. So for example, an entity instructor is represented by instructor ID, right? ID is the primary key to uniquely identify an instructor in an university. You have the name of the instructor, the address, street, and city attributes to represent the address of an instructor. Then you have the salary attribute associated with the instructor, right? So you have another entity, right? Course. So the instructor teaches a course in a department, right? So the course is associated with the primary key attribute course ID. Then you have the title of the course and the credits, the number of credits that is being associated with a particular course, right? So here entity and course, they are going to be instructor entities, right? So and if you have a collection of entities of the same type that share the same properties, then we call it as entity set. So here we have instructor entity set and course entity set, right? So a subset of the attributes form a primary key of the entity set. It is used to uniquely identify each member of the set, right? So for example, here the ID, instructor ID is going to be the primary key, which is used to uniquely identify each and every instructor working in an department. Similarly, course ID is going to be a primary key, which is uniquely identify a course that is offered in a department, right? So this is an example for entity set, right? So you all know that a collection of entities that share the same set of properties, they are known as entity set, right? It's a set of entities that share the same set of properties that is of same type and that share the same type of properties are known as entity set, right? So for example, we have student entity set, which contains like the attribute student ID and student name, and similarly instructor entity set, which contains the attribute instructor ID and instructor name.